medium-sized onions. I'm gonna try to make this whole dish because I have my guest and then a friend of mine, one of the ladies coming, she loves my marinara, so I'm hoping I'll have enough to send her home with a jar. Okay, let's see this. There we go. Okay. Alright. You know, it's funny, this burner is so smaller, but it works so much faster. And of course, this pan is not as thick. I'm having issues with this pan. This cooked is going to take for all day. Oh my God. So I have to get another thin material type of pan to make soup so they can warm up much quicker. You live and learn. You know, I was looking for a cast iron when I saw it, but no. This ain't no cast iron, and I don't talk like that, but that's apropos. Alright, and lots of garlic. Alright, time for the garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. I have like 6 cloves here. And do you know, I don't have my garlic presser, the one that I have at home. I like it. I bought one here at Conway. Oh my God, this thing is so hard, it hurts my hand when I try to use it. So no bueno. So now while this is cooking, I am going to chop off maybe half of these carrots really small. It does something to the color. It balances it out so the color is not so bright red and gives it a nice rich color. And when I went to culinary school, you put carrots in your marinara. Yep, you do. Alrighty. So we are going to add our carrots. And while the carrots are cooking soft, till they're soft, I will be chopping my Roma tomatoes. Yes, I use Roma, and I want the same size as these carrot mini dices. Okay? Oh, they're having a lot of fun over there. Speeches galore doing this tomasiento. Alright. Alright, so I added the diced tomatoes. It is, you know, it takes a little while, but it's a labor of love. So I'm gonna let it cook down because I don't want the pieces to stay into the sauce. I want it to kind of dissolve and become like a thickener. So I'm gonna let that cook down, make sure it doesn't burn. And then we'll spice it up. We'll add our spices, and then we'll add the wine. Oh yes, we have white wine. All right, so I think this is good enough. It smells good. I haven't even seasoned it yet. So I'm gonna throw in a whole habanero pepper. I'm not gonna let it break because I don't want any heat. So we're gonna season this mixture here. Black pepper. I love pepper. Paprika. I cook with paprika a lot. Red bell pepper, why not? Okay, and then adobo. The smoked paprika. I don't think I'm going to do cumin in this one. No. Not that kind of a dish. Alright. Get the heat up again. And get ready to add the wine we're gonna let the wine cook until it dries, right? I want the taste, not the liquor. Somebody said, oh my God, I don't drink. I said, don't worry. You are not going to taste it. It's just French cooking techniques, okay? When you know, you know. Oh, it looks, look at that. Looks beautiful. And that's what you want, kind of like a paste, right? So I'm just gonna open my cans while this is cooking off. And then really, it's not, you know, we don't have anything else to do but taste, adjust the taste, and then finish with lots of basil. And that's your marinara. I'm gonna let this cook a little bit. Alrighty, I think we are ready for the wine now. Only white. Could be a Chardonnay, could be a Riesling. How much? Depends on how much marinara you're doing. Alright, so I'm gonna put the heat up high and let it cook. Oh, the smell is so good. And usually I don't need to put salt in this thing, so we'll see. Because there is some salt in the adobo, so be careful. Alright, so this is the wine has evaporated. So now I'm putting a big old can of tomato sauce. Now this is the time, if you had, I'm going to rinse a little bit of it with some water. If you had some vegetable broth, that would be a good time to add that in. Alright, I'm going to add just a bit of hot water. And what I have some leftover tomato products, like this is a little bit of ketchup. I'm just going to put it in there just because I want to get rid of it. And I don't want to put too much. It cannot be sweet. And this is tomato paste that I have left over, so I'm gonna squeeze that in here. But you don't have to add tomato paste, but some recipes, some people want to use tomato paste. You can if you want. This is marinara, it's not gonna hurt anything. Then you want to make sure you cover this because as it starts boiling, it's going to splash, right? And I don't even know how to tell you to check for the consistency because you're gonna have to, you want it to be thick enough. It's thicker than if you were to just put it, you know, on here. You have you see people do that test now. It should be thicker. Just a tad thicker than this. So this is not going to be cooking too much. And then I'm throwing in a bouquet garni. Again, this is what's going to help your taste. And you fish it out. You see, I tied it with a piece of yarn, I guess you can call that, to make sure that it doesn't disappear in the sauce. And pretty soon I'm going to fish this out too. Alright, so let's see. You know, every time you take the time to season your food and you put that wine, it just does something to that taste that you don't have to work so hard. Alright, so where's the cover? Alright, and that I'm going to go down to medium. Alright, and then once it's at the right consistency, we're gonna, you know, doctor it up with a little bit of some more spices, maybe a splash of lime juice, and then chop some, not chop, we go into, what do they call it again? Chiffonade. We're gonna chiffonade the basil, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright. I had lowered the heat because otherwise this thing will splash you. And I'm going to take the pepper out and also the bouquet. They've done it, their work. It's time to take them out. Yep. And then now we're gonna taste. Yeah, I like the consistency. I'm gonna turn this up a bit. Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna let it cook a bit after I. It's good. You could taste that wine. Again, you don't need to put a lot of salt. I'm gonna put a little adobo. Remember, it has salt, so I have to be careful. No cumin, maybe a bit of black pepper. And really, there's nothing else that I can add to this. Tomatoes are acidic, so I don't need to add acid. Sometimes it just needs that basil. A little bit more adobo. Alright, here comes the basil. Handful. See it? It's not really chopped, is it? Okay. And it just adds a nice little contrast, doesn't it? Makes it look beautiful. Don't overdo it, but enough to make a statement, okay? So we're pretty much done. All right, so I'm gonna let this